And it's LeBron in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Matthews. Aldridge is out there with Batum. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Lillard in at the 1.
And you got to love watching Rose play the game. His intense style can be infectious out there, and I think it really does elevate his teammates.
That one is no good. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for Portland. Matthews with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And Matthews kicks to Lillard. To the paint. Here's Lopez. The shot, no good. Good D by Giannis. Mitchell outside. Oh, he jams it right over Robin Lopez. Wow!
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Here's Matthews. Porzingis with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Batum dishes to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Aldridge taking his time here. Down low, Lopez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Mitchell.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Outside Matthews. Outside Batum. Here's Lillard. Hits the target from 18 feet.
There is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the three, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Mitchell outside. Good D by Matthews. LeBron passes to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And one of Mitchell's great attributes, strength and explosiveness at the rim.
Here's Lillard. Outside Matthews. Lillard with a screen for Matthews. Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Porzingis at 7-3 doesn't just go through, he goes over contact.
And so here's Portland. They trail by 3. Outside Matthews. Rose against Lillard. The kick out to Aldridge. Outside Matthews. 5 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Batum. Pass to Aldridge. Chicago grabs the miss. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Still without a basket. And good that time.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Miller's checked in for Lopez. Wright comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Damian Lillard. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Some changes for Chicago. Robinson's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Johnson comes in for LeBron. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mitchell. Now here is Miller. Back to McCollum. Will it go? That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Chicago leading by 8 and stolen by Miller. Outside Williams to the middle. Matthews no good. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Here's Wembanyama. Count it.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
So it's Portland now. McCollum outside. Williams a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. McCollum no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's McCollum after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. And here's McCollum. Still scoreless. Portland again missing. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Chicago. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Darrell Wright, Damian Lillard out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Collins, and it's Miller in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Lillard. Here's Chicago. Ball surveying the defense. And that one, good. Ball's got his first basket.
And there's never been a question about LaMelo's handles. There's a lot he can do with the ball in his hands.
Portland with the ball. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Miller sets a screen for McCollum. In the corner, Collins with it. And the rejection by Wembanyama. It's tipped and stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Here's McCollum. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Now McCollum a blur that time in transition. A quick-footed guard who runs the floor like a gazelle.
And here's Harden for 3. Lillard with the rebound. Portland trails by 10. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Chicago leading by 10. Johnson for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Portland. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
For the Trailblazers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Collins. And it's Matthews in for C.J. McCollum. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Wembanyama. Robinson comes in for Johnson. Mitchell, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rose in for Ball. Lillard's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Rose attacking, good. Rose has got 5.
And how about the heart on display here tonight from Rose? Just flawless in his attack at the rim. Boy, it's tough to match his quickness.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Matthews. And Wright kicks to Batum. Outside Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard against Rose. Chicago grabs the miss.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Matthews.
Clearly a foul.
Portland may have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Personal foul.
Free throw, good. Matthews. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Damian Lillard. He hits both from the stripe.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Mitchell kicks to Robinson. Matthews against Mitchell.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. Cullen passes to Aldridge. Here is Matthews. Pass to Batum. There's the 3. And James pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Mitchell. Good work there as it goes. Mitchell's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. A different look now for Portland. Lopez comes in for Darrell Wright. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Chicago. Johnson comes in for James.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
55 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Rose. Drops in the layup for 2. Rose has got 7 points in the game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Lillard finds Matthews. Back to Lillard. Over in the corner, Batum. Hits the jumper in space. Chicago leading by 12. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Rowe's always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Porzingis is coming in for Victor Wembanyama. And James subbed in for Johnson. Lillard scanning the floor. The kick out to Aldridge. Batum for 3. Oh, he got it to go.
Patient. Bam.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's Chicago with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this.
They're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 10-point game. So for Chicago right now, Harden out there with ball. Then it's Robinson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. Now here's Matthews. Lillard from outside. Porzingis with the rebound. Chicago leading by 10. Deep 2 from Ball. Batum grabs the miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
3 for Matthews. Buries it from 3-point range. Matthews has got it back down to single digits for Portland.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Lopez. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Lopez hits them both. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Mitchell, he's jumped in for Chicago.
On the floor for the away team.
Chicago leading by 5. On the wing, Mitchell. That shot misses. Good D by Matthews. Goes up from the top of the key. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Lillard's got 11 points.
Great job there getting the defense to commit one way, and then Lillard has the body control to pull up the other. Nails the quick jump.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now a timeout called by Portland. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside Matthews. Batum scanning the floor. Now Matthews. 8 points for him. Stolen by Ball. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And it's Mitchell missing. Portland trails by 5. Here's Matthews. Here's Lopez. Nice D from Porzingis. Johnson right side. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 15.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Outside Matthews. Takes a three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
And, guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Lillard with it. He's got 11. Outside Matthews. Aldridge finds Batum. Portland moving the ball around. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. That's tipped.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play in the third. Matthews dishes to Lillard. And Portland with another turnover here. McCollum's checked in for Portland. LeBron's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Ball. Chicago leading by 10. Rose in the post, covered by Lillard.
And you give Rose an angle to the rim. That's exactly what's going to happen. Too quick, too explosive.
There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. Outside Aldridge. Back to Lillard. To stop the drought. The putback. Chicago grabs the miss. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Rose kicks to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Portland trails by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Who wants a feature?
A different look now for Portland. Terrell Wright's checked in for Lopez, and Collins subbed in for Matthews. Chicago also making some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Porzingis, and it's James Harden in for Donovan Mitchell.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They trail by 16. Pass to McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here's Portland. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot to stop the run. Shot by Collins, no good. Chicago leading by 16. Here's Harden. Rebounded by McCollum. Outside Collins. Pass to Lillard. This one for three. No good there. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Chicago. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Batum is out there with Terrell Wright. Then it's Miller, then it's Matthews, and it's McCollum in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And the unpredictable nature of Mitchell is hard to game plan against, especially when he drives.
Donovan Mitchell.
And Mitchell drops them both. Portland trails by 18. McCollum passes to Miller. Back to McCollum. Puts up a deep three. They get it back. Matthews. And the rejection by Giannis. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And Chicago leads by 20. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
A three from McCollum. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. From about 19 feet, McCollum no good.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Batum. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Batum 6'8", but really sneaky with those long arms. Can go inside and score.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A different look now for Portland. Lopez, he's checked in for Miller. Aldridge comes in for Darrell Wright. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Chicago also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Wembanyama. James comes in for Johnson. And it's Rose in for Ball.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. He doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Portland with the ball. 17-point game. And Matthews kicks to Batum. Lillard left side. Portland needs to get off a shot.
That's what we call intelligent defense. Just put himself in a position to make a play on that kick out.
Yeah, LeBron on the alley-oop. Great getting loose on the backside, and what a pass.
And here are the Blazers. Pass to Batum. Back to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Matthews against Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Batum, good.
And Batum pretty consistent from the three-point line. Defenses cannot afford to give him that kind of slack.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Rose. Batum grabs the miss. Portland trails by 16. In the corner, it's Aldridge. And Matthews now, top of the key. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis able to get stops from anywhere on the court.
In the corner, it's Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Misses the three. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Chicago. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Porzingis finds Rose. Shot from free throw range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot by Lillard wide open. Off target with his 3. Chicago leading by 16. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Donovan Mitchell.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Here's McCollum. The rebound by LaMelo Ball. Ball's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, once Harden takes that first step, it's very difficult to stop his drive.
Ball against Williams. 56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here is Matthews. Over in the corner, Batum. Just 4 to shoot. The wide open look here for Aldridge. Sinks the three-pointer.
And if you give Batum some time to survey the floor, he'll find an open teammate.
Here's Ball. And that one is good. And Chicago leads by 19.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Matthews. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
An overlooked part of Batum's game. Nick's a great passer for a wing.
And here's Harden for 3. Portland grabs the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And now, our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.